So back in the shed, in the small shed today anyway. So let's rip into this thing and see what we can find out about it. I'd absolutely love to get this running in this video. There's a bit of work involved, but let's see how we go. I've got a good feeling. So I think given how rusty this pump housing is and the fact that it doesn't turn, the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the shaft between the engine and that pump so I can eliminate that. And that way we'll just be able to get the engine to either free spin or get that piston broken loose inside that cylinder. So first things first, let's try and get those apart in there. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of penetrating oil on these, just because I want to make it as easy as possible. Oh, they were already loose anyway. It's all right. It's not a bad thing. Okay, so that's free spinning, which is good. So as I rotate this, the pump's moving, which is a good thing. Let's just try and get this plug out. Wow, that's tight. Got it. This is very corroded in here. The threads are very tight. There we go. Interesting. There's a close-up. Lodge, made in England. So now I've got that out, I'm just going to put a little bit of two-stroke. It's very heavily mixed with oil, but just in there, just to see if we can break this loose. It does feel seized at the moment, but I'm also wondering if it's that or if it's maybe there's a bit of corrosion or rust down here stopping this shaft from turning. Let's look into that. Whilst that oil's soaking, I'm just going to give this a very gentle clean with some compressed air. So I just sprayed a bit of penetrating oil down here. In here there's a gear. It's a bit hard to get a really good shot of it, but you can see there's the teeth there. Now that gear drives a shaft that would come up into this gearbox and then turn these points so we get spark. Now, I've never worked on a machine like this before, so please, if I'm using incorrect terminology, feel free to let me know. But from what I can see and my understanding of everything else mechanical, I would say that's the way it works. So although I'm not really a fan with this kind of thing of reefing on it, I'm just going to see if... Oh wow, that's very tight. I think I'm going to have to try and take off this so that I can have a look at the piston, because it's so jammed. I don't want to go just levering on it, because if there's something else that's happened further down, yeah, I don't want to cause more damage than possibly what's already there. Okay, so we can see in there the side of the piston. It doesn't look horrendous. There's a little bit of scoring on the left side that we can see just in there. Right side looks okay, but again, don't know what's happening for the other 95% of it we can't see, but let's try getting a little bit of penetrating oil in there and see if we can get it to move. All right, I'm going to put a bit more force on this now. Oh, it's moving. It moved. Gently, gently. It's very something at maybe the top of the stroke. Maybe there's rust in the top of the cylinder. Just hitting something and stopping. This way we're okay. I just hope there's no bottom end damage. Bottom end damage. While that oil's just soaking a bit more in there, I'm just going to try and clean these points a little bit. There's a lot of debris in there. So I'm thinking that what I'll do is just hit it with some contact cleaner. Okay, so here's a close-up of the points. As you can see, they don't look too bad. There's some rust definitely there. But if we look down here at the end of my fingers there, that's the points. So if we look at them, they look fairly clean. There's no rust or build-up on those. So they hopefully will create spark. So I've just taken the 2 bolts out of this casing. I'm going to take this pump off. I love the way things used to be done properly, as they should still be now. This has been greased through its life, so getting these out was so simple. So I've already just levered this up, but we're going to take the top half of that case off. Okay, so I've just removed the pump. I just had to loosen off these engine mounts, which was quite easy. It's amazing what happens when there's not an impact wrench involved that tightens everything down so tight you can never get it undone again. But again, these bolts, I literally cracked them with a spanner, hitting them with a rubber mallet, and they came undone. No risk of breaking bolts. It's very refreshing to work on. Anyway, we'll tighten these back down again so we don't. So I'm just going to keep putting some of that penetrating oil down in here. We're very free here but there is another spot just there, and it's just binding. And that noise, oh, it doesn't sound good. I know the metal table's probably making it sound worse, but yeah, I don't like that noise. I'm trying to see if it's binding anywhere. But, oh. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Didn't even see that. So I was just having a bit of a look around, and I just noticed that. That is bad. That is a crack in the side of the cylinder. That's wide enough for me to be able to catch my finger on it. Oh, no. See how much it's pushed out? Just here. That's fully displaced. Damn it. You can sort of see it a bit different from this angle here too. I can't believe I didn't see that earlier. That's disappointing. So disappointing. I also just noticed as well, to add another layer of potential complexity, is that the carby bowl is missing. So if anyone knows where I can get one from, I'm going to do the usual searches of eBay. Hopefully I can find something on there. Maybe I can find something to retrofit. I don't know. But yeah, that's a bit frustrating. Now I'm going to attack this one thing at a time. But the biggest thing at the moment is obviously going to be that cylinder head. Now, as disappointing as it is, I had this thought that this actually came with some other bits and pieces. And those other bits and pieces, funnily enough, was a new cylinder head. Well, not new, but one that doesn't have a hole in the side of it. So I forgot all about this until I got over my frustration and just went and picked it up from the factory. So what we're going to do now is obviously change over a cylinder head, see if we can get this working. So I'm going to search for a carburetor online, a carburetor bowl online. Hopefully I can find something. We can change over that cylinder head. That would explain why there's that tight point in it. Obviously the bottom end, something's happened there, whether it's blown out the rod or I don't know. We'll have to pull it apart, and it'd be actually interesting to see what has happened to it. But anyway, good luck story, I guess. There is a spare, which is probably a very rare thing these days. But anyway, we'll leave this video here. In the next one, we'll change over that cylinder head, and hopefully we don't find too many more surprises. Thanks for watching.